This wasn't a plan. We live here in Las Vegas. I personally have been in this same house for the past 9 years. My wife has been a part of this for the last 6 years, and just recently we were told that we had to move out. That the homeowner wants to sell the house, and we don't get a choice in staying. They weren't willing to use any of the last 9 years. I gave this guy over $100,000 to live in his house, and he wasn't willing to, negotiate any of that as a down payment towards the house. I was willing to buy the house, even though it's not big enough for our family, but just for the comfort of having our house for as long as we needed for the foreseeable future, I was willing to do that. That's not what's going to happen. So that's okay. My wife kind of brought the idea up of getting an RV and just kind of traveling around a little bit and living out of an RV. I am an estimator for a sheet metal fabrication firm, and I am able to work remotely doing so. So I can go and as long as I have good internet service, I can continue to keep working. So that was my biggest reason on doing as much research as I could to find out about what is the best mobile internet service provider. And I've heard great reviews. Obviously there are a few not so great, but it's going to happen with every service. So that's our plan. My beautiful wife is peeking in at me right now with a big old smile because I'm in here recording. So
looking like a goofball.
Looking like a goofball, I guess. You want to introduce yourself?
Nope, I'm not camera ready.
I'm not either because we're work ready, but it's okay.
It's okay.
We're just doing an introduction video, walking around the bus here in a minute and just kind of showing the bus off. So let's get to that.
Alright, so let's just do a little walkthrough. Up here is the cockpit. This is my seat. This is, captain's seat. This is where I'll always be at. It is, as I stated, a 4-speed manual. Right there you can see the shifter. And Steph, she's just not able to do that. And I wouldn't expect her to anyways. With this being an old coach like this, the clutch is very stiff, and it takes quite a bit to do. And as you will see once you get to know her and see her, she's small. So it's a little bit more than what she's able to do. Plus, it is 40 feet, and she, although does drive a lifted excursion, it's not 40 feet long. It's not even half of this. So actually it is about half of this. But we have in here still left to take out is the heater unit. That is going to come out of in the living quarters up here, and I'm going to mount it down below in the basement area. We'll get to that area here shortly, but that's going to be coming out. The hot water heater, we want to convert over to a tankless hot water heater. So that I would like to get out of here as well and mount down into the basement area as well, the new tankless hot water heater. You can see, I'll just show you, we've got some water damage here next to the hot water heater. Excuse me. And then we come into where the bathroom is. Now, this was a wall. This wall continued all the way, and you can see right here where that wall ended. And then there was a pocket door that went from this wall and up into right here. I already removed the inside piece of wood in the shower area. All of the tile is pretty much all gone. All of that is all going to come out. This whole entire wall right here is all coming out all the way through. We're going to move the shower to this side over here, and then our walk-through area is going to continue through all the way down the middle of the bus. Now we have the toilet is over here. The current vanity for the bathroom is right here, which is going to come out, and it's going to be turned, so you're going to be looking this way into it, and so you can see out the window and all of that while you're there. So that's all coming out. This whole shower section is coming out all the way back. This is all going to be removed, and you'll see here in a second that there's more on the back side of this. This bus, I will say, was featured at one point in time in the bus conversion magazine. It was a 1993 issue. This bus was built, I believe, in 92. I have to look at the paperwork again. I'll insert clips right here. So it's cool to have a bunch of history. I think it's cool to have documentation to look back on all of the history, right? I am kind of a geek in that way, I guess, just to know who's had things, you know, and to have documentation on what those people have all done, so on and so forth. So we are unfortunately erasing all of that history to modernize the bus and make it fit our needs. But the history will still live on with all of the documentation. So even though it won't look the same anymore, we will be able to show and display the documentation of where the bus originated, how it, you know, evolved throughout time, etc., etc. So I have marked out right down here. You can kind of see the inside line. The outside line will be the face of the fridge. So the fridge is going to set right here, and then we're going to have, like I said, some countertop right here, and then entertainment stuff is all going to be over here. So coming back here, then we're going to have two bunks on this side, and then we'll have a single upper bunk over here. These bunks will end on this side right where this window is. So this outside edge of this window will be a wall, and then the bunks will be this way, but it's only going to be an upper bunk. And then down below we're going to have office area. The toilet is going to stay where it's at. That vanity is going to change, as I said, and then there will be on this side, then up against the wall, there will be the shower. We will do probably two-way doors to be able to utilize them and open and close everything. Currently, we have this side hallway going back to the master bedroom. It was cool. I'm sure it was very cool at the time of the build and very up to date. It's outdated now, in my opinion, though, and it's going to all change. So all of this is all going to come out, all the way out. Every single bit of this is all going to come out, because we're going to have all of our storage on the sides. So as the bathroom, toilet, vanity are on the street side or driver's side, we will also have storage on that wall. And then the same here, as the toilet, or the shower will be on the curbside or passenger side. Then on this side of the shower facing towards me, we will have then more storage. So to be open down the center all the way back to the master suite. So I have the little access panels opened up because, as I already mentioned, I had to, tear apart into the transmission and try and figure out that issue. And we got it home. It's not good. It's still stuck in gear, but it is home. So this window, this whole entire window here, let me back up so you can kind of see that. This whole window is coming out because we will still have this window and we will still have this window in the master suite. But as I stated, we're going to have cabinets and closet space on the side over here. So that's just going to go away, and I'll patch that up on the outside myself. All of these upper cabinets are all going to leave, and all of these upper cabinets are all going to stay. We will leave cabinets up front. We will probably reconfigure these a little bit. That TV is going to be gone. Probably change some radio locations and stuff like that up a little bit. I want to modernize this. I want to have, the Bluetooth connectivity for phones and so on and so forth, and just kind of bring this into a more modern atmosphere, I guess, because it was definitely walking back in time when I walked up into this bus and we went to go look at it. So let's walk to the outside. This carpet was throughout all the way back. The only place it was not was, there was, I think, a little bit of linoleum in the kitchen area, and then the linoleum in the bathroom. Everywhere else was all this carpet, and it's dated. But it's to be expected, right? So we have some gauges. Not everything is working right now. Not all of the switches are hooked up. I did put switch extensions on some of the switches already. I do want to have switch extensions on everything, and I'm going to kind of coordinate them to things that I'm going to be using on a regular basis, and then secondary switches and so on and so forth. All of the blue is all going to come off. All the blue wrapped stuff, it's all going to change. I'm going to modernize all of that as well. I might put fabric back on. I might do wood on this dash area and then just do fabric over on the sides. Maybe do the wood on the door as well. I don't know that 100%. That's kind of down the road. The steps are going to have, let me just get down so you're not looking down. The steps will have on the bottom, probably, maybe I'll do it on the top side. Oops, I'm a little high. I might do it along the top edge, maybe along the top edge, but I think it's more likely going to be along the bottom so it goes down inside of the grooves, because I do like the wood, but that back carpeting is all going to change. You'll see what that's going to be. All of this carpeting is all going to come out of here. But we will have lighting, like I was saying, probably along the back of each step. It'll be a low LED light, and I'm trying to incorporate that into a smart system as well to turn on via motion sensor. So stepping back, and just kind of step back a little bit and get a view. Man, she is gorgeous. It is all air ride. I do have some air leaks right now that I have to address. Again, I'm not too worried about that because air management is something that I've dealt with for a very long time with mini trucks and all of that. In here are the coach batteries that runs everything to do with the coach itself. So the headlights and the starting it and everything to do with that, that's all in, there's two batteries inside of there.